Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Rebecca. This is my channel, Rebecca Reacts, and today I'm reacting to a video called Indian Lifestyle versus American Lifestyle. Which is better? Harsh reality. Very interesting. Now, I get a lot of comments asking me if I'm American. I'm not. I'm from the UK. I am English. I'm not American. I don't have an American accent, but some people do ask if I'm American, but I'm not. So yeah, I'm interested to see what this person has to say on the topic. This is from the channel FitTuber, who I believe we have reacted to some of their videos in the past. This video was uploaded earlier this year, so it's still relatively new. So hopefully it's gonna have, you know, up-to-date information in it, which is gonna be good. And so yeah, this is my reaction channel. If you like this content, feel free to hit that subscribe button. That is the best way to support me and my channel. It's free to do so, and if you hit that notification bell, then you also get told when I upload, which hopefully at the moment is like every day. So we're getting back on it, and yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Let's get on with it.
India and the United States of America are two countries which are progressive in their own way. USA of course is a superpower, and India in the recent past has imbibed a lot from the Western ways of living. However, in this video I'm going to compare the modern American ways of living with our ancient Indian style of living in 7 major categories. I will also share with you my personal take on the matter so that we can get the best of both the worlds. So without any further delay, let's get started. Hello friends, welcome to FitTuber. Starting with number 7 on the list are clothes. In India, it was always counselled to dress in natural fibers that breathe. Specific clothes were even described for specific seasons. Cotton in summers, wool in winters, silk in rainy season, and so on. Even the ornaments worn by women were not just for physical appeal but had a health aspect to it. Gold was known to boost immunity, silver to cool inflammation, copper is antiseptic, and so on. Basically, there was a whole science of dressing for optimum physical and mental well-being, referred to as Ayurvastra in our yogic scriptures. However, the American style of clothing is mostly focused on convenience and comfort, which is why they prefer synthetic fibers which do not wrinkle easily, are more durable, and are easy to manufacture. Then there is the climatic aspect to it as well. The tight clothing like suits, ties, and shoes does help them beat off the extreme chilling climate in the West. Indians in hot tropical climate were better off in loose clothes and chappals. Next on the list is food. For an average American, nearly 2/3 of his daily calories come from ultra-processed food, according to a study done at the University of San Diego. This is because Americans focused on convenience and productivity. Indians, on the other hand, have always preferred cooking their meals from scratch.
I think that's amazing.
The endless variety of Indian cuisine is an evidence of it. Even the harder tasks of procuring and hand-pounding the spices at home, preparing ghee at home were not uncommon. Indians have always considered kitchens to be no less than a working dispensary, where different herbs and spices were carefully used not just to satisfy the palate but to ignite the digestive fires as suggested in the Ayurvedic scriptures. Another major difference lies in the food choices. American food is largely meat-based. In the US, the meat consumption is at a staggering 90 to 125 kg per person per year, a majority of which comes from red meats like pork and beef. On the other hand, Indian society used to be majorly vegetarian. Ancient Indian principles of food suggested that man, being the most conscious animal on earth, should eat food which involves least amount of violence. Eating vegetarian may seem as a backward practice at first, but in the recent past, due to the spread of so many animal origin viruses, it actually seems a far-sighted thought. Now let us talk about the eating styles. There is a stark difference in the eating habits of ancient Indians and modern Americans. Driven by comfort and time-saving practices, Americans prefer eating sitting on a dining table, whereas driven by health and spiritual goals, Indians would prefer eating on the floor sitting cross-legged. This asana is called Sukhasana, which is considered ideal to digest food. Americans find eating with hands to be gross. They use sophisticated cutlery. Indians, on the other hand, understood that the fingertips literally charge the food particles, which makes it get digested and assimilated better. Indians also practiced eating on banana leaf and plates made of sal leaves, which are not only eco-friendly but also offer numerous health benefits. Americans did not mind eating in disposable plastic plates. Next is sustainability versus convenience. There are many distinct habits of modern Americans and ancient Indians that suggest that modern Americans are more inclined towards convenience, while Indians believed in sustainable living. One is the preference of toilet papers by Americans to clean the bum after defecation instead of using water. Washing rather than wiping is not only more hygienic and healthy but also helps the environment in a huge way. But wait a minute, isn't water also a scarce resource for us? Of course it is, but the disturbing fact is that just one toilet paper uses a whopping 140 liters of water to get manufactured. After washing hands, an American would look for a tissue paper while an Indian would use a cotton cloth. Americans clean their teeth using plastic toothbrushes and chemical-based toothpastes, whereas Indians always preferred the eco-friendly and non-toxic Quicks. Even for cleaning the tongue, Indians preferred the antimicrobial copper-based tongue cleaners rather than the convenient but non-biodegradable plastic ones. Then Americans prefer the convenient aluminum foils to wrap their foods, ignoring the repercussions of it. While Indians always felt muslin cloths are a healthier choice, as unlike aluminum, they do not leach any chemicals into the food. Indians would prefer cool water from a matka rather than a refrigerator. It is not a coincidence that you are less likely to catch sore throat when you drink optimally cool water from a biodegradable mud pot. Now let's differentiate the general ways of living. An American would shake hands when greeting, while an Indian would fold hands in a namaskar mudra. This is one thing that the world has now started to appreciate. The literal meaning of namaste is namaha, that is, I bow down to the divine soul within you. Not only it enhances the feeling of gratitude, but is also more hygienic. Unlike Americans, Indians would always remove the shoes outside the house before entering. It's another intelligent way to keep the germs at bay and even saves your time and effort in cleaning the house. The way Indian and Western style toilets were designed is surprisingly a good way to understand the philosophies to the way of life of both these nations. While in Indian style there is no contact of the buttocks or thighs to a seat that could be unhygienic. Then it's a proven fact today that the closer we are to squatting, the more easily we empty the bowels. While the Indian style toilet is more convenient for your intestine, Western style is more comfortable to sit at, which led to its fast adoption. Next point on the list is areas of innovation. There is no doubt about the fact that America has produced some of the most innovative products in the last century. America is the hub of new products and is a heart of innovation across the globe. Be it milestone achievements in communication, transport, electricity, or daily consumer products. The American innovation has been driven to boost efficiency, productivity, comfort, and materialism, which in turn uplifts the economy. On the other hand, Indian innovation was mostly focused on spiritual growth without compromising on environment or personal health. It might seem a hard fact to digest now, but Indian innovation has been par excellence when it comes to architecture of temples, be it the Kailasha temple of Ellora or the Hampi temple whose stones sound like musical instruments, the unbelievable style of cooking food, or the smartly built forts by the kings, or the mysterious 1600-year-old iron pillar of Delhi which has not rusted yet. These are few among the many riddles which scientists are still trying to figure out. Finally, let's talk about the proactive versus reactive approach. There are many ways one can conclude that Indians were proactive, whereas Americans have been reactive in approaching health and well-being. For example, India has always propagated the use of clay pots for cooking, which retains the maximum nutrition of food, has no side effects, and is also biodegradable. On the other hand, most Americans use the convenient non-stick cookware, which surely would not make their omelets stick, but the toxic fumes of the coating of utensil would definitely harm them in the long run. According to American school of thought, food is merely a combination of nutrients. This has led to the extensive use of synthetic multivitamin pills in the West. Indians, on the other hand, had more natural ways integrated in their lifestyle, which provided them with the necessary micronutrients. Cooking in cast iron pots kept their iron levels in check. Tin coating inside the brass cooking utensils was a way by which Indians would get their daily dosage of zinc. Drinking water from copper vessels kept their copper levels to optimum. And of course, Indians pressed on eating local fruits and vegetables because they knew that their bodies would assimilate the micronutrients from them much better. Americans today are trying to battle with their sleep issues, depression, and stress through synthetic pills. For Indians, yoga was a way of life which would align their inner energies with the nature so that stress, anxiety, depression, and insomnia were not more a concern. Even in money matters, Americans do not focus much on savings. Indians, on the other hand, spend less less and save more for the future. So we can see that American ways of living are short-term, comfort-oriented, with some having major trade-offs in health and well-being. And ancient Indian ways of living were driven by long-term spiritual goals without any compromise on environment or health. Although it will be a hard pill for us to swallow that many of the ancient Indian practices mentioned in this video may not fit in our urban lifestyle. Honestly, how many of us can use cow dung cakes for daily cooking? Nor would we want to use cancer-causing non-stick pans that West gifted to us. So what is the solution? Like all Indian practices are not impractical, not all American ways of living are bad for health. We can try to pick the best of both the worlds so that the whole package is somewhat practical with least compromise on health. Like for all the packaged products we buy, we can at least make sure that they use safe and natural ingredients. Switching to twigs instead of commercial toothpaste may not be a pragmatic option for many, but least we can do is start using the safer ones. Including seasonal and local fruits and vegetables in our diet is fairly a practical thing to do. Likewise, it may be hard for you to eat all your meals with hands sitting down on the floor, but the least we can do is to eat every meal consciously with a feeling of gratitude. In case of cookware, we can easily replace aluminium and plastic stuff with our good old metals and clay pots. Similarly, it may not be feasible for us to do yoga for 2 hours, but at least we can do is start doing it for 15 minutes. We can then tackle our modern day hurdles with smile and calmness. Importantly, we should not look at our practices from the eyes of the West. Many practices may seem backward at once, but were actually far-sighted. Indian culture is extremely rich in its own way and we should be proud of it.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to thank Grow for partnering with us for this video. We Indians have always been smart with savings. What would be even smarter is to invest our savings so that they can compound and grow for us. Grow is a new age free online mutual fund investment platform which makes investment easy, transparent and secured. Their registration process is simple and easy. Since it is a direct mutual fund platform, there are no middlemen, no commissions, so you can earn higher. Grow has over 5,000 plus mutual funds available and the payment options like UPI, debit card and NEFT are pretty secure. One good thing is that through Grow app you can track all your investments in one place. Moreover, the money that you earn will be instantly redeemed directly to your bank account. In case of any issues, they have an active customer support team to guide you. Grow currently has over 5 million plus users and is highest rated on Google Play Store under finance category. So you can download the Grow app and start investing smartly. So friends, that's all for this video. If you found it to be helpful, please give this video a big thumbs up.
I will give it a thumbs up. You can now support my
work on Patreon so that I can bring more well-researched videos for you. Please do remember to subscribe to my channel, hit that bell icon so that you never miss a video from me. You can also follow me on Instagram where I regularly do Q&A sessions. My name is Vivek. I thank you so much for watching.
Thank you. That was a very informative video. I learned a lot and it made me really think about a lot of things as well. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not American, but you know, a lot of the things that they were mentioning as the American lifestyle is very much the same over here in the UK. And I think the one that kind of made me think the most was the thing about how in India they use clay pots and you know, good metals when cooking. You know, he talked about drinking from copper cups to get copper and using iron things to cook with so you get iron intake. I think that's so interesting and something I hadn't considered before, and I think one day, I mean, I've got, you know, the standard modern pots and pans like they showed the Americans using, but I think it's really made me reconsider that. So we'll see what happens in the future for my cooking. But I think that's a really interesting take on it, and it's something I hadn't really considered about how you can get intakes from like copper and iron just by cooking with those specific metals. And I think that's really interesting. You know, he also said about how in the West people take a lot more supplements for vitamins and stuff, and that is so true. We are so bad at like cooking with natural things and like keeping ourselves healthy, and so a lot of people do take vitamin supplements. I'm not someone who does that, but honestly I probably should. I definitely am not getting my correct dosage of vitamins every day, but I mean, I'm doing all right so far. But yeah, I think it is very interesting how healthy people in India are, and the fact that, you know, most of the population are vegetarian, whereas in the West most of us are meat eaters. I've definitely been trying to have a lot less meat over the past few years, and I use supplementary meats such as the company Corn, which I don't know what they use to make it, but they have like chicken but it's not chicken, and they have mince but it's not meat mince, it's like vegetarian. And yeah, I've definitely been eating that a lot more. Although lockdown back in March this year, I have very much reverted back to meat just because I found it a lot easier to purchase when lockdown happened, as you know, vegetarian food was a lot harder to come by. But hopefully I can get back to having more vegetarian foods, because I think it is a much healthier way of living. I always feel so much healthier when I've had a vegetarian meal compared to a meat one, so I think that says a lot as well. I also really related to him saying how a lot of the American way of living was to do with comfort and like time saving, and that is me. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at cooking. Well, it's not even that I'm bad at cooking, I just don't enjoy it, because I rather prefer to save my time and just put something in the oven and leave it for like 25 minutes to cook and go do some more work or edit a video or film a video, and then, you know, 25 minutes later it be finished and ready. So I'd rather do that than cook for an hour, you know? So all in all, a very thought-provoking video, and I feel like there's a lot of things that I kind of want to reconsider in my lifestyle. And I know he also talked about like how yoga can obviously really help, and in the West people don't have, you know, the time to sit for 2 hours and focus on their, you know, well-being and like do some yoga for a bit. And when I have done yoga, it definitely has helped my mental health. It's just so calming, and I think that's something I need to incorporate more into my life. So I think there's some stuff from here that I definitely want to change about my own life. Whether that will happen straight away or it will be a slow process, who knows, we'll see. Subscribe to this channel, come on the journey, find out what happens. But yeah, thank you to the person who suggested I watch this video. It's been very interesting. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, the original link to this video will be in the description below, so definitely go check the channel out and support them as well. Thank you to my producer level patrons, and if you want to become a patron yourself, the link is always in the description, along with my social media links if you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram. And yeah, if you have any other videos you want me to react to, please put the links in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you are new and you want to support me. Subscribing is the easiest way to do it. It's free, and yeah, you can join my little corner on the internet. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon for a new video. Bye!